Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to turn down the music for people who don't want to hear the music, whatever. So this is what you do when every frigging table is a billion people deep, because it seems to happen a lot for some reason. Like, every table is just a million people deep. So what you do is you start tables, and frankly, to be honest, a lot of the regs are giant wuss bags. And they don't want to play you heads up. He checked really quick, so I have no idea what he has. I'm trying to think if he'll call a really big bet with like a 7. Um, he just sat, and so I don't know anything about him. I'm just gonna bet smallish, I guess. I don't know, not much to say about that. He had ace king high, so I guess I could have gotten away with a lot more. I flopped top pair to his 3 bet. He's really frustrated with me. Um, I'm gonna call here. Hope a diamond doesn't peel the turn. He checks, so I don't. He doesn't fold ace high to me for some reason, so I'm going to try and stack him here. If I bet 7, it'll be 25-ish. Uh, I don't know. My idea there is he wouldn't fold an under pair like ace high, so bet really big and try and stack him on the river. This guy's obviously a fish, and I'm surprised like the Katrina first respawn victims aren't like flocking to this table. But it seems like I got someone else to play me heads up, which is obviously really cool. He checks really quick, so I don't think he's got a lot, so I'm just gonna bet 2 streets here. And there's the Katrina first respawn victims. I say Katrina first responders because we all know that. Anyways, bad joke's bad. Um, Gonna go ahead and bet this turn, because why not? Um, a lot of his calling range on the flop when he calls that is like an ace or a 9, or some kind of really weak hand that I can get value from. I flop 2 overs and a flush draw here. He leads full pot, raising is kind of stupid, folding is obviously out of the question. That leaves 1 play. Hopefully he doesn't pot the turn. He checks, so now is a good time to try and take the pot away from like a 5 or something. No idea if a 5 will fold or not, but if it does, sweet. If it doesn't, I have shitloads of equity going into the river. I don't know. Heads up against fish. It's really simple. Just bet a lot. And this guy is definitely the scummiest of the scumbags. Just, doesn't play me when, I'm like waiting heads up to start tables. But as soon as the fish sits, he just takes instant position on him because he's a scumbag like that. And there's a special place in poker hell reserved for scumbags like this. As I say this, he starts a table with me, so maybe he's just not a complete scumbag. Maybe he's just slow on the uptake. He 3 bets me, whatever, I have 10-7. I could 3 bet here, I could call here, folding this again out of the question. I'm gonna call here. I flop an open ender if I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do here. It depends on what he bets. Go ahead and 3-bet pocket eights. He bets 2/3. This is an okay flop for me. I guess I'm just gonna call here, steal the turn. Probably going to check fold this turn. It's not all that particularly well for my range. Just bet about half pot here and fold the 7 deuce. Get insta called. No idea what that means. It could be like a really weak queen, or it could be like a 6 or a flush draw. I'm gonna check here and then evaluate. There's a lot of arguments for just betting this turn. He full pots it. Let's think now. I don't expect him to full pot a king after he just like insta checks. He could full pot like a 5, I guess. I don't like folding. And I'm way ahead. That's mostly what I expected him to have, some kind of draw. And my queen isn't very good on this board, so if he checks... I'm trying to think if I can get a really thin street of value, but there's just not much that can call me here that doesn't have me beat. Like, it's just so easy to have a better queen, or like, some kind of 2 pair now that that 9 hits. Value betting here is just too thin, unfortunately. But he called me down with ace high, so... yeah, I don't hate his play. He 3-bets me again. He's been 3-betting me a lot. I have an okay hand to defend with. and I'm getting like 2 to 1 on a call, so call and take a flop. I flop horribly. I'm probably just gonna let him have this one. Unless he checks. He chooses not to check. Well, this is a flop he'll be c-betting 100% of the time, and he has been c-betting or 3-betting me a lot. I don't want to float here. Just fold here. I guess I should start another table, because only having 3 tables is kind of boring. As you can see, all the waitlists are still a billion people deep, but at least I got some games going, which is nice. Where is the... That's what I hate about the merge lobby, it doesn't update fast enough. Raise here, obviously. Where is the merge? I could 3-bet here, but this guy's professional, and I use that term lightly, professional short stacker. Go ahead and bet here, like 125. He's been 3-betting a whole awful lot, so I expect him to 3-bet all the good hands. But no, he check raises somehow. I don't know, I'd expect to see like Jack 10 or something along those lines quite often here, but I have 9 highs. Whatever, just let him have it. There we go. I could 3-bet there, but it's obviously not super credible. I'm not repping that whole awful lot. And so he 4-bets me. I have a really good hand to call with, given how aggressive these games have been going. I'm just going to fold here, though. His 3-bet size, or 4-bet size was pretty big. Just let him have it. Boring, boring, boring. I really wish that, like, people on this site had some balls, other than this guy, obviously. I guess he thinks he has an edge on me, probably because I have, like, 0 hands logged on this site. By, like, 0, I mean, like, less than 100,000. And most of it has been spent just donking around because LOL merge. But, going back to Canada soon, so actually had to learn how to play again, and I misclicked, which means I lost out on the table, which is delightful. 14-11 over a lot of hands. Just bet here once and then give up if he calls. Especially on this particular turn card, though. I guess it's more likely I have a flush than him because his range is weighted towards more pocket pairs and big cards. But if he bets this turn, it's tempting here to check raise, but I don't think he'll let go. I think his range is too strong to check raise, to be honest. Okay, this guy is fish. Let's label him as such. This guy is fish. Label him as such. Very vexing thing about this guy is apparently he takes 9 years for every decision. You're too short. I really want to play a pot with this guy, but this guy's just too short, and just call here. I flop a flush draw, just get it in on this board. I have a lot of fold equity in that. Like, it's really hard for him to continue unless he has like a queen of some sort. And even if he does, I have a lot of equity. I want to make it small enough that he can 3-bet me, and then I can jam over him. So I just don't have to just like call it off. Though with this much money in the pot, I'm not folding because he can jam worse flush draws and pairs, but he just folds, so whatever. I tried to set up a bet size in there, and then I just said screw it. That he can 3-bet me really small, like to 20 something, and then I can jam over him, like if he was bluffing, because he thinks I'm bluffing. Something like if he thinks I'm bluffing, then he can himself also bluff, and as long as he doesn't bluff jam, then I can bluff jam and make a lot more money with the hand that way. King, queen, all in. I don't know, his jam there is fine. Even against short stacking scum. So we have another fish here. This is why you start tables, is because people just like fish love to, you know, when the wait lists are ridiculously long like they are, they just look for any table they can jump in on. And I expect to be check raised a lot on the swap, but and this pro short stacker, this guy limps and this guy makes it 7 friggin' 50. I can call here, and it's probably a good idea. I have 2 overs. Yeah, he acts like he's drunk and he's just a retard. I have 2 overs and a gut shot to the nuts. Just call here. Obviously that's a real bad turn card. More for his range than mine. He has less tens in his range than me. I'm gonna try and take this pot away on the river, so I have to bet the turn in order to do that. Like, the raise sizes from these short stackers is just unbelievable. And please have aces, because I would just cackle my ass off if he folded. That is glorious. Cause say he overbet jams. I don't see how I can fold the nut straight, even though like it's super likely he has a flush or something. No, I get wow. Okay. Um, Not entirely sure what he was doing there, considering like how hard it is for him to have a jack. But whatever. This guy is short, and he seems to be doing this reasonably professionally. 3-bet this guy and just get it in if he 4-bets. Obviously me and him have been going at it. Definitely come after this guy who's just straight up dirt moding it. And dinner is here, so